No problem is too big, no problem is too small, let us know. We also want to shout out our key workers who are making a difference by keeping the country running. And the Bloodrunners are volunteers who are still taking to the roads to transport vital samples and materials between hospitals. Bren Smith is one of those volunteers, and I'm pleased to say he's taken time out from his busy schedule to join me on the phone this afternoon. Hiya, Bren.
Hi, Matt. Thanks very much for giving us the opportunity to speak on your show this afternoon.
Bren, the honour and privilege is all ours. For anyone out there who doesn't know what the Bloodrunners do, tell us a bit about, what it is that you actually get up to.
Yes, I'll do that. But just before I do that, Matt,
could
I just mention this opportunity comes at a bit of a low point for us in our group at the moment because of the COVID crisis. We sadly lost one of our valued volunteers last night, Geoff. He passed away due to the virus in James Cook Hospital. He was a great guy. He wasn't only a blood biker, he was also very active in Middlesbrough Scouts, and he was also National Trust volunteer. So he's going to be missed widely in the Middlesbrough community and wider as well. So a very sad moment for us at the moment. However, after paying tribute to Geoff, I know that he would like us to continue our work. So I'm very happy to continue and let you know what we do.
Well, firstly, Bren, I think I can join all of our listeners and everyone here at BBC Radio 2 saying, we're sorry to hear about your loss, and obviously Geoff, a huge part of the team down there at the Bloodrunners, and our thoughts are very much with you at what is a difficult time for everyone, but particularly at this moment for you lot.
Thanks very much, Matt. Thank you.
So
go on.
Yeah. So what are the Bloodrunners? If people are saying, thinking I'm not 100% sure what the Bloodrunners are, tell everyone.
Right. So what we are, primarily, we're a motorcycle-based organisation, and people might have seen our bikes around the area. Sometimes they can be mistaken for a police bike because of their high vis, but they're not police bikes, we are blood bikes. And we provide a completely free service to the NHS in the Tees Hartlepool in North Yorkshire area. We move blood products around the area, we move notes, anything at all that the NHS wants us to move from one place to another, one hospital to another, we will do that. Completely free of charge to the NHS, and nobody in our group takes any wages, salaries or expenses, and we're totally funded by the kind Teesside community and businesses. So that's what we do. We've also got some cars as well, and one of our cars was donated by SG Pets there, so they loan us a car. They've also got livery on them. So that's what we do, completely free service to the NHS in our area.
And you say you're funded, obviously through, firstly volunteers, but also people around Teesside and businesses. But, how has the coronavirus pandemic hit your funding?
Well, it's been quite remarkable, really. The last 3 weeks our business model has been turned on its head, because much of our fundraising opportunities have completely dried up. But to our great surprise, appreciation, many businesses and voluntary groups have stepped forward to help us in other ways, funding us for additional fuel. And if I could just mention a few of them.
Of course, yeah. The
Blacksmith's Arms down at Swainby, they've started a process and they're making 3D masks that we've been transporting to the Queen's Medical Centre and also the North Tees Lab. And them in themselves, they've donated money to help us stay on the road with additional fuel. The Teesside Philanthropic, they've also been very, very supportive of us at this time. So our business model has changed completely, but because of the generosity of the local community, we're managing to keep going and reacting to the changes that come day by day. And our volunteers as well. We've gone from being an out-of-hours operation to a 24/7 operation, and the volunteers are standing by to react to any calls that come in at all to move anything around the area. We've been running up to Newcastle. We even brought an analyzer back from the Freeman Hospital down to North Tees so they can continue to do COVID sampling in down there. So we're reacting almost daily to different things that are happening. So we're very busy at the moment.
I was just about to say, because, you know, your responsibilities have obviously changed during all this. As you say there, your hours are one thing that has certainly changed. And also, I'm guessing, you know, what you're transporting, as you say, you seem to be transporting everything from PPE to machines to, you know, to the normal blood and other hospital supplies that you always do transport.
Yes, we've also got our kind of base business model that we're still trying to maintain, transporting samples around the area. But we're transporting COVID samples, equipment. We don't always know what are in the boxes. We know when we're transporting corona samples, but some of the other samples may be just going from one hospital to another or one clinic to another. We don't always know what those are, but we take them willingly, and we always manage to deliver them.
Absolutely. Well, Bren, I think, you know, we do this every day across BBC Radio Tees. We shout about the people who are really making a difference in our area, across Teesside, County Durham and North Yorkshire. And, you know, it's all about celebrating people like yourselves, like the Bloodrunners, who are just doing such an incredible job. So on behalf of our entire region and everyone here at BBC Radio Tees, I think we just need to give you a very big thank you.
Well, thanks very much, and I'll pass that on to the group, and I'm sure that they're listening to us as well. So thanks very much, Matt. It's greatly appreciated.
Well, we're all behind you. The listeners are all behind you. And particularly at this tough time, I know Geoff will be incredibly proud of you, all just keeping going. And, you know, I understand it's probably not the easiest thing to talk about. It's certainly not the easiest thing to get on with things at the minute, but he would be there supporting you all the way, I'm sure.
Yes, I'm sure that. So, yeah, our deepest condolences to Geoff and his family, and we're doing what we think he would want us to continue to do.
Absolutely. Bren, thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Okay, thanks very much, Matt.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.